What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Azusa, Lost but Seeking in Historic Brawl, and I know what you're going to say. Didn't we just do this deck like a week or two ago? Yes. However, when I made that deck, a bunch of people in the comments were like, this deck is trash, you didn't put enough lands in, not enough lands in this deck, you need to put more lands, you need at least 50 lands in the deck. So I thought we'd revisit this deck, and what I did was I went in and I took out all of the, fetch a basic land and put it in your hand, fetch 2 lands, put them into your hand, all those kinds of spells. I took them all out of the deck and I replaced them with lands. If you look at our land count, we have a base amount of 41, right? And then I think we have like 5 MDFCs in the deck, so we have at least 46 lands in the deck. I'm not going to do 50, that's insane. But 46 is a pretty chunky amount of the deck. That's almost half the deck is lands. And so what people were saying in the comments is that with this deck, you essentially want an abundance of lands so that, Azusa's ability, you always have 2 additional lands to play. That means 3 lands total, right? Your actual land drop plus 2 additional land drops. So I think that's fair logic. I'm willing to listen to people enough of you said it, so it must be true. I'm not a mono green player either, so I'll take other people's advice on how to make this deck better. But let's see if it works. Let's see if pumping this deck full lands and then just having a bunch of, mono green haymakers on the top end works out. As you can see, our curve is pretty clunky. This is not a good curve to me, right? But this is a unique commander, so maybe this is the way you got to build it. We have barely any 1 drops, not a ton of 2 drops, and then it's like tons of 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops, and etc. Not normally the curve you want to see, but let's try it. Let's see if it works. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Before Pak was the top mono green commander, Azusa was the top mono green commander, so this card is still very good. Ooh, Kinnan. Okay, well, this is, I've said it many times, I think the most powerful commander in the format. And they get to go first too. Well, we'll try, but this might be a bad example of if this deck works or not, but we will try. We have 3 lands. Their deck is just so much faster than ours. 1 ring maybe? I don't know. We'll try. Gives us protection, if nothing else. Normally you want to kill Kinnan over and over again, not let them get it on the battlefield, because once they do, then by turn 3 they have 7 mana and they just barf out their deck. But mono green, we don't have a lot of... We basically have no ways of stopping them from doing what they're doing. Except for trying to be faster than them, which, since they're going first, we can't really be faster than them. Yep. I don't think they run counter spells, so I'm not sure Counter Souls is relevant, and I'd rather have the triple green for tribute eventually. If we even survive that long. Castle Brig, yeah, more ramp. Sweet. Tasha's Tidebinder. Doesn't counter anything. But they have 3 mana. Or they have a lot more than 3 mana. I don't know. Okay, Azusa. I guess we'll choose whatever it is. Human. Probably have more humans in the deck than monks. Okay. And nothing else to do. Maybe we'll sack the Shire Terrace? I don't know. No, because we don't want to pull lands out of our deck. Yeah, so... Let's see, is this, Mixed Bloom Ancient. There you go, now they have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3 mana. So they can just keep spinning the wheel with Kinnan. Now they do have to eventually attack me, so maybe we can like Kogla next turn and kill their Kinnan and set them back, but I don't know. Go blocks. Yep. My turn. Nope. No Kogla. Hoping we drew a land. Well, we can play the One Ring and just hope we survive. I think that's the plan. Maybe I should have drawn a card in case we drew a land so I could play it. They are running out of cards in their hand, but the problem is it doesn't matter with Kinnan because they can just keep spinning the wheel and pulling cards off the top of the deck. Primeval Titan, sure. Probably go get Nykthos, right? Get even more mana. Spin the wheel even more. But as you can see, I mean, we're the ramp deck, and they have, we have 5 mana, and they have, like, 30 plus mana. In counting. But, you know, I don't like playing against this deck unless I have a you know, deck that I know can beat it, but, this is why I don't like playing against it. Just in case you forgot how stupidly broken this card is. In Commander, not so bad, right? Because you got 3 other opponents. But in Historic Brawl, it's very, very powerful. Especially if they get to go first. Powerful no matter what, but if they get to go first, it's kind of hard to stop. You kind of need, like, a 1 mana, you know, like, Fatal Push or something. Opponent's having a great time. So now they have a shield counter, so even if we fought it with Kogla, it's not going to die. Yeah, I don't think we need to waste any more time in this game. But you get the idea, right? I didn't want to just scoop. I've scooped the last, like, 10 times I've played this Commander if I didn't have a deck that I thought could beat it. So I thought we'd play one out just to remind everyone why I don't like that card. Anyway, let's get into the actual games. I guess Azusa might still be in Hell Queue. I haven't checked the rankings in a while, but I don't think it's as high as it used to be. It used to be like the #1 mono green commander. Now I think Pak is the #1 mono green commander, and Azusa's fallen off down to like the 15-20 slot. Calyx is definitely higher up on the board. Probably like number 10. Okay. They get to go first again. We have 3 lands. Scoot Swarm. I guess. This is a good card to have, so... There we go, there's our 3rd green source. I mean, this is also a great land to have. Especially if we do this first, and then we have this. Okay, so they're gonna create a creature, return... do poison stuff. Sure. Alright, well, we definitely are gonna do the Azusa thing next turn. This is summoning 6, so it can't attack this turn. Calyx, yep. Okay. So do we World Tree or do we Azusa? If we Azusa, we can at least block their poison creature. I think that's the play, right? Because then we can ramp. And we have 2 devotion to green. This will give us 5 devotion. Vanishing Light on my, what, commander? Sure. Okay. Take action. They don't have a lot of mana. So there is a window to get to like kill their commander and then they're really out of the game. Yep. Yeah, killing my commander did set us back. We would have been able to Titan if we had it down. If we tribute, then what? We have 4 devotion. It doesn't really give us anything. If we play our commander, we can play another land and then do nothing. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could Scoot Swarm, right? I don't know. I think we gotta get the setup pieces down. At least we get a blocker, right? Not ideal, but it's better than nothing. It might have a removal. Critical confinement, sure. At least it's getting tucked under an enchantment, which we could blow up with Titan. So it's not a complete loss. We can gain 5 life with Titan as well. Can we fight with Titan? No, but we can make a 4/4. Okay, so should we do this first? Is this an enchantment? It is, so we could actually just blow up their commander. So yeah, that's good, right? Draw a card. That's a great one. Done. Draw another card. Okay, so and we'll put a shield counter on Titan because they have a lot of removal. Okay. Doing stuff. They're making a lot of poison creatures. Kind of scary. Okay. So sure. They had the exact answer in their hand. What are you gonna do, right? We went second, and we lost. You know, Hell Q is kind of a funny queue, but as much as I really don't like POC, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. POQ. That card is like, it's so broken as a mono green commander, but it's almost like necessary because mono green is so weak in this queue to keep up with the other powerful decks. That's just how I feel personally. Some people swear by mono green; it's their favorite way of playing, and I definitely think in other formats that's true, right? Like in Pioneer, mono green's like the best deck, but in Historic Brawl, it's not the case. And Azusa has definitely fallen behind a lot. Still very good. I don't think those first 2 games are like complete indicators of how good it is. I just think like in general, it doesn't have a lot of the tools you need to beat some decks. If we get to go first like we are now, then it can, right? But in general, it just doesn't. This is a land. What are they? Xenagos? Oh, this deck is rough. But, we are a big stompy deck too. I think we mulligan this. Oski. Sure. So let's do this. Yep. Ramp ourselves. Hopefully we draw a land. Otherwise this is all for naught. Sweet. Azusa, but no lands. So, sad Azusa. We don't need to attack, they'll just block. There's an argument that I should have kept this, but I didn't know I was going to draw the third land that fast. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, may discard. Okay. Sure. Well, that would be nice. Okay, we'll just pass. Is this a mana creature? No. Okay, resolve.
Did you just call me scrawny? Oh, you'll pay for that.
What are they gonna do? Make it fight?
No more getting pushed around.
Now we have an indestructible creature. They can play their commander and pump this guy, give it trample. Probably the play.
What's that? Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
Tear of the Peaks, that's a pretty good one. This has reach. But, yeah. They're just gonna block. Doesn't matter. They should just play their commander. I mean, they'll win if they play their commander. Because it doubles power and toughness. Or just power. Yeah, power and toughness, and gives it trample. So they'll have a 12, flying 12/12 every turn. Okay, do damage to any target. Yep, blow up my blocker. GG. Yeah, those extra lands are really coming in handy. Oh my. Those 46 lands are cooking. I think a year or two ago that would have been good advice. Like, oh, in order to play this deck, you need to have more lands. But I think now you need more flexibility than that to actually be competitive in Hell Queue. If this card wasn't in Hell Queue, I think this deck would be fine. But it's in Hell Queue, so you have to keep that in mind when you build the deck. You get to go first. What are they? I've never seen this card before. It's an alchemy card. Wonderful. Then conjure card with mana value equal to the number from its spell book. Okay. This hand is really clunky. Sure. It's a little better. Agavan, wonderful. This is a 3/3. But they're gonna get 2 treasures and 2 of our cards before that happens. And the Stone Rain. We're a lands deck, so I guess we can compete, but I guess they're a land destruction deck. Get the land back in my hand. Would you like to do it again? I mean, if they have it again, then I guess good for them, but I can't think of any other 3 mana Stone Rain effect. There are 4 mana Stone Rain effects. Paladin class. Okay. Cavern. Nope. Yep, so now they're getting 3 hits with Ragavan for free. I mean, that the Stone Rain definitely did work for them. Now they're gonna get free cards. Oh, straight onto the battlefield. Oh, that's not broken. Straight onto the battlefield, not into their hand. Wonderful. Well, we'll see if we can fight this alchemy nonsense. I don't have high hopes. Cool, we finally have 3 lands, so I guess we Azusa. And we play our stuff. Yay, we did it. We did the thing. Now we gotta hope we don't die. Yeah, I guess we blocked the biggest thing. Cool, 6 life. Ragavan trigger. Virtue of loyalty. Wow, we have such a good chance of winning this game. What does level 3 do? Oh, just a 7-2 out of thin air? So fun. Good job, Wizards. Good job designing this card. Man, you guys earned every penny designing these alchemy cards. Man, I just love playing mono green. Can you tell? It's just the best. I just love it so much. It's got so many tools for any situation. It's just so good. Why would anyone play any other color ever? I can't wait to see the comments on this video of how I built this deck wrong. No, that's not how you do it! Jadar. Okay, so zombies. This is at least a more normal deck. I mean, it's still good, but it's at least it's not an alchemy card, right? Okay, and we get to go first, so we finally have an opportunity. This is a good one. Yeah, I think we keep. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. No, just gonna look in my hand. Oh, it didn't hit anything. That's so funny. Because of her awful mana curve, it actually didn't hit anything. But they get to know our hand, so that's something, I guess. Do we just stomp her next turn and get more land on the battlefield, or do we force her? Probably stomp her, right? Duress. Okay, lots of discard effects. I respect it. I respect the discard. You better get rid of Nissa, yeah. Well, we could also just play our commander, but I think we stomp her. Get another land down. We don't have two extra lands to play with Azusa, so it's kind of a waste, and we can't block with Stomper, but at least we get a 4/4 down and we're close to 7 lands. Okay, they get to draw 2 cards. They should have attacked first, right? Yeah, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, this, and then Crawling Barrens, and then Forcer, and then maybe another land. Nice. Okay, so that worked. Gain life. We can attack, although that has Death Touch, so no attacks. But now we have a blocker for their Decayed Zombie. They're using it a lot as fodder for like village rights and you know, their exploit triggers and things like that, but we might just block 2 and we can Virtue of Strength Stomper back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Whoa, Strider. Okay. Good goat. Yep. Kill my commander. Not a big deal if you do. They're gonna do it again. I mean, that's fine. You're not getting... They don't have anything down that gives them value off of sacrificing creatures. Except for killing my stuff, right? You don't know what... You don't want to attack? Oh, they attack all. Okay, they don't attack it. Weird. Okay, that went back and forth for a second. So if we do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 2. Yeah, I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yeah. This will give us more life, and then we can Green Warden. Right? Yep. Gain 2. Draw a card. Pay the land. Gain a life. Double landfall because of Green Warden. Shire Terrace we can't play. I guess we ran... Oh, we don't have Azusa down. We have 2 mana. Oh, we can... Wait. What? Return target creature or land. Oh, not permanent. Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything to do with that. We can attack with Stomper and make them block it. They can block with the Death Toucher, but then we can just get it back with Virtue. Yep. Their turn. Now they're in black, so they probably have a lot of ways of killing creatures, but we'll see. They definitely aren't going to get rid of it with this. They're going to have to actually use a real, yeah, like that kind of spell. That's fine. They still have to attack through the butt of the 2/4. Alright. We could play Virtue and have triple mana. Seems good. We'll draw a card when we play Stomper. Yeah, I think we triple mana. Gain 2 life. Shire Terrace. Play Stomper to draw a card. Oh shit. Damn it. I meant to stack the triggers the other way because now it's going to shuffle away Kogala. Oh, but that works. We'll take that. Okay. Let's do this. Garrick. Do it like this. So what do we kill? Their commander or Woe Strider? Sacrifice outlets are good for them. Let's kill their commander. Make them spend next turn replaying it. They can sacrifice it now for 2 mana. I don't know if they have anything to use with it. They can scry 1 if they sack it to Woe Strider. Or they can get 5 mana to do something. They can kill my... Sure. That's fine. They're running out of cards. Okay. They just needed to use the mana, I guess. But they don't want me to attack with the 1/3. Is that what they're worried about? No attack. Yeah, that affects only until end of turn. So now we have 6, 7, 21, 22. I don't even know with this. So we have like 30 mana. So we can kind of do anything we want on our deck. We can One Ring next turn. Things are looking good. They have 1 card in hand. They can play their commander for 4. They can't really attack us. Make a zombie. One Ring. Okay. Let's do it like... Well, actually... Let's just make all the mana. Get Azusa down. Draw a card. That's a nice one to have. One Ring. Draw a card. Meteor Golem. Blow up their commander. Woe Strider is definitely another target, but I'm okay with them sacking their own stuff for value at this point because we have a good board. And their value is only scrying. It's not drawing cards. Yep. Resolve. I didn't mean to tap Crawling Barrens. I wanted to keep that back. But I guess we can still activate it. Yeah, we don't have to tap it to activate it, so I guess we can still put counters on it. Elder Gargaroth. I want that Titan of Industry, so I'm going to play this Elder Gargaroth. They give up. Well, that was a good example of what the deck does when it pops off, right? We made triple mana, we used Azusa to ramp ahead. They still, you know, removed a lot of our stuff. They had a bunch of hand hate and different kinds of removal, but we worked our way through it. But that's why you need these, like, effects like the Great Henge and the One Ring and, you know, all the green card draw, right? Really, really important in a deck like this because you don't have a lot of access to it. In Commander, you'd have a lot more options, but kind of have to use the staples in Historic Brawl. Let's see if we can get one more win. I feel like that was our first win, and we had like a bunch of kind of poopy games all in a row. Atali's good, but I still stand that Atali's a fair card, even though it's powerful. It's 7 mana. I'm okay with 7 mana cards being powerful, you know? It's the 2 mana ones, like the Simic one, that I don't like. Okay. Ulamog will eventually be good against them if we can get to it, so that's a keeper depending on the rest of our hand. We have land, land, and land. Way to get more lands. Way to make lots of little creatures. They get to go first. Of course they do. Alright, well, we'll try. Usually the way this deck works is a lot of mana dorks, so yeah, like Gilded Goose and stuff like that. So if we find a way to fight those things, like Ambush here, we might be fine. We'll lead with this, see what else we draw. Right now we're on track to do the Azusa get to 5 lands thing on turn 3. Conduit's nice. This fight spell, I know I said it's good against them, but it's too slow. We need 3 mana and a creature down that can fight, so it's like 6 mana total. We might as well just try to push for Ulamog or get one of our other fight spells down, like our fight creatures. We have other, like, you know, 6 mana fight creatures. That's a good one. Alright, let's do the thing. We don't have another land to play, so... Nope. Okay. They lightning bolted it, sure. I don't think we could have protected it. Not at that point. So next turn they can play a Modi. Scary. I think we get the forest and set up, play Forcer. There's nothing we can do to stop them from playing a Modi. But we can try to ramp to Ulamog, and that might be our saving grace. What'd they get? Garrick's Uprising's pretty good. Okay, not the best. They don't attack. Weird. Okay. do this, we play a land. We do this. We can play 2 lands, which would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 2 shy. Next turn they can do the poison thing, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we get this down. Target land gets add 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next turn we have 10. Yeah, so if we survive this next turn, we can play Ulamog. Do we control? No, we don't. Gain 3 life. I guess we could have added 3 mana and put down the Spore Mund, but it is what it is. We'll see if we survive. If they transform a Tally, we're gonna have to put what was that? Phoenix. Okay. Another Phoenix. Yeah, well they don't transform a Tally, so we're doing okay on that front. We have a chance to kill their Paradise Druid, so why don't we? Okay. So we pass through combat, right? Yep. So what, we exile a Tally, and then we have to exile one of these, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if they drew a land, oh, they don't even want to play. Wow. Pathetic opponent. Big baby, man. Like, oh no, you're gonna touch my Atawi? I don't want to play anymore. Ugh. Anyway, I was thinking we definitely exile this, obviously, but is it better to exile one of their big beefy flyers? Because we are at 15 life. Now this gains us life every turn, so it kind of negates that. So I probably would have just blew up one of their lands, since those are harder to blow up than creatures, and we could, you know, eventually get their creatures with other effects. Yeah, so I probably just would have blown up one of their lands. Then they would have had to spend a couple turns getting 9 mana to cast a Tally again. And we would be in the driver's seat. This is also a flyer, yeah. So we definitely would have blown up one of their lands. They would have gotten in for some damage, but then we would have just played Kura, and had a 4/4 Death Toucher in the sky. Okay, yep, that was the plan. We made it with Glorious Sunrise all the way to Ulamog. I still think they could have played this out, but they got scared and ran away like a dog with their tail between their legs. But, you know, here we are in Hellq, where the biggest, baddest players play, right? Nah. Where the net deckers play. It's where everyone who, too lazy to brew plays. Alright, let's do a tech review of sorts. So, as far as, like, green decks go, I still think Azusa is good. It's just in a tough spot, like I was saying during the video, because it's not as powerful as it once was. You know, power creep has push this card down the ladder. It used to be, you know, an extremely good mono green commander, and I think in the right build it still can be. But just a generic shell where you put as many lands as possible and then you just have a bunch of big stuff at the top end is not really the formula anymore for consistent success, is what I'm trying to say. Like, consistency. It's just not consistent enough, right? Too many times we were already beat by turn 3 with this deck because we're like waiting to get to turn 3 so we can play a bunch of lands. And then we would do it. We get to turn 3, we play Azusa on 3 mana, get to 5 mana by playing our 2 extra land drops, and then it'd be like, woohoo, look what we did, we have 5 lands, and then they would just smash our face in, right? So I just don't think you can play this deck like that anymore. You have to build the deck for the you know, queue that it's in, which is Hell Queue. It's not top tier anymore, but it's still in the top 25 commanders. So you have to have more answers, essentially. You can't just build your Timmy Green deck, which is what this is. This is a Timmy Green deck. You have to build a deck with more removal, more things like Haywire Might, right? I mean, I snuck a couple of these effects in the deck because I just couldn't live with myself without them being in there, but there just aren't that many in here. But there are answers on Arena that you could put in here that would help you still do the Azusa thing, but you would be able to respond to what the opponent's doing and keep them from exploding out of control, right? So that's my final thoughts on Azusa. I won't play this deck again for a little while. Maybe someone asked me to do a POC deck, which I don't want to do, but I might just do it just for the showcase of how the commander works, you know. But that deck, if you're a mono green fan and you came to this video hoping to see, you know, mono green just stomp all over the queue, I would say POC is probably the way to go right now. It's more powerful than Azusa, and it does essentially the same thing. Same idea, right? Ramp into big stuff. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Forgot to mention in the intro, but there is a Discord now. So if you're interested in talking with other people that subscribe to the channel, or myself, join the Discord. Link is in the description. If you haven't already, subscribe. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, later.